In this multimedia demonstration, I'm going to show you how to set up inside PAT, port address translation. The first thing we need to do is go into configuration mode and use a standard IP access list to define what traffic on the inside that we want to be translated. In this case, I want anything from network 2 to be translated. Oops, we need a permit statement there. There we go. Next, we need to define, based on this access list, we have to associate it with a NAT command so the router knows which inside addresses need to be translated. We use the IPNet. These are inside addresses, and they're going to be source addresses we want to translate. List, what's the access list? Number 1. What's the name of the pool? We'll call it PAT. And then there's one parameter we want to add here, and that's overload. That tells the router to do PAT instead of NAT. Next, we need to create our NAT pool. We call it PAT. We need to put an IP address in here, 10.140.8.5. That's the beginning address. And the ending address is going to be the same because we're doing PAT. Net mask. There. Oops. Should be 140 instead of 104. There we go. The next thing we need to do is specify which interfaces are on the inside and which interfaces are on the outside respective to net. Just like the last two examples, I'm going to make loopback 0 my inside interface. And I'm going to make serial 0 my outside interface. So in this example, anything coming from network 2 as a source address, we'll use the pool PAT to do PAT translation. And the source address will be changed to 10.148.5, and to ensure uniqueness, the source port number will be changed if there's already a source port number being used in the translation table. So right now, I shouldn't have anything in translation table. Nope. Let's turn on debug for NAT so we can see this happening in real time. And let's do a Telnet. 10.140.8.1, that's our neighboring router. But I want to add a parameter to the Telnet. And I want to source the Telnet from loopback 0, which has an address of 2.2.2.2. So it'll match our NAT pool. Okay, let's suspend the session. Up here we can see the translation is taking place. 2222 is translated 10.148.5. Let's take a look at the translation table, show IPNet translations. We can see the protocol is TCP. Here's the inside address as far as the source local address, 2222. Here's the source port number. It's being changed to 10.148.5 as a destination port number. Let's open up another Telnet session. Actually, use the same command. Okay, let's suspend that. And let's do a show IPNet translations. Notice we have two entries in here. Here's the first Telnet, the bottom one, and here's the second Telnet. Notice how the router is differentiating them. He's differentiating by port numbers. So as you can see here, setting up PAT is almost the same as setting up dynamic NAT.